Alright guys, welcome back. I've had some requests to show how to do a belt with everything still on. I believe I showed how to do a belt when I was doing a water pump, so I had all this garbage out of the way. But yeah, today I got to do a belt. So it's just a little more ease. I took off that. No big deal. Everybody can figure out how to take that off. Took that off. And I took that off. Give me a little more room so I'm not so cramped in here. I have not drained any fluids, and all I'm using is my old-fashioned belt tool with my 3/8 drive bit for the tensioner. So what I have already done was gone ahead and took the tension off the belt. You guys can see the tensioner right there. And what you want to do, this is underneath. This is what your belt would look like before you take the tension off. While I was holding down the tensioner, I took this pulley off, and I took, I don't know if you guys can see that smooth pulley. Let me see if I can touch the belt here so you guys can see. Okay, so there's the belt jiggling down there. I took it off that pulley right there. I'm pointing to the shadow. That's where the pulley's at, right there. So once you do that, take it off the soft pulleys. You can go ahead and work your belt off. Just gonna take it off, whatever I can get it off right now. Don't really care. Reach my hand down through here. I'm gonna take it all the way off the alternator. Just kind of working it. Come down here. Try to sneak it around the water pump. Primary water pump. Oh, we're still hooked up. I think I'm caught on some of the ribbing for the fan stator. Yep. Just gotta kind of gotta fight it. I also forgot to tell you guys. Okay, so you see that connector right there? You're gonna have to disconnect that electrical connector for the fan and take out this 13 mil bolt. It's pretty long. This is the bolt. The belt has got to go around that, so I do apologize. You will have to take that out. Alright, I got it from around the water pump. Now you guys, I got to get it around that connector down here. I have to go around it like that. Now it just got off the pulley that spins the fan. I know it's kind of hard to see that I'm on the fan, I'm off the fan. On the fan, off the fan. I'm gonna reach down here, move that connector for the fan, and I'm gonna try to take it off the crank. Should be off. It's a matter of just finding the right angle on the dangle here. Freaking A right, boys. Alright, so I got it up off the cranky, and I'm just gonna try to slip it behind my tensioner. Oh man, it's dark, kind of hard to see. Alright, I was stuck on the AC compressor, but that is it. The belt is out. Now, I know you guys are probably like, there's no way that is going to come out like that, but it did. One thing I want to emphasize is if you have a single alternator, this is the part, Motorcraft, that you can pick up, but you want to make sure that they're the same length just to double check. So what I advise you to do is something like this. Alright, put it around something like a pole or something, and I'm not pulling hard, those are the same length. No big deal. I don't want to have it halfway strewn across and the engine and come to find out it's the wrong frickin' belt. Okay, so no belt. This belt is way more not pliable, I guess, if you want to say. It's going to be kind of a pain to get this in. It's all sparkly, and we'll have to try to get it in there as best as we can, because sometimes it'll slip off the pulleys because it's so rigid and it's been in the little cardboard paper for a minute, so it's kind of got a weird bend to it in some areas. Okay, so right now I'm going to try to at least get it around the tensioner. The tensioner is a smooth pulley, so what we're going to want to do is, if the tensioner pulley is right here, this is what I'm going to try to do with the belt. I'm going to put it around the tensioner. My first pulley is the tensioner. I'm going to put it around so that the belt sits like this on the tensioner. Alright, right now you can see how the belt is sitting. I've went and did the other side and have installed it on, you can see the AC compressor way down there. I just got it under the AC compressor, so I don't have a belt routing sticker in front of me, but you guys can probably see on your own truck what I'm talking about. So, emphasis on how to put the belt around the tensioner. That's going to be your key in getting it routed correctly the first time. So now you can see that part of the belt down there. I'm going to try to route it around the crank. See if I can do this with one hand, if I can get it to go on the top of the pulley and it kind of maybe walk itself over to the other side so I can get it with my hand. Okay, look how it's sitting. It's almost there. I just need to get it tweaked. Oh, it came off. Sorry. Kind of tough to do with one hand and tape. I mean video. Alright, I'm gonna mock it up around the water pump, or the fan pulley. Alright, let's see if I can just get it to sit over there. Okay, fell off the tensioner. I'm gonna put it back on. Okay. Alright, it really is just a matter of working everything around. I got it on the crank, on the AC, on the tensioner. Got the belt just kind of flopped over. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it around my fan pulley. Okay. I gotta come down around that electrical connector. Don't forget. Just gonna kind of try to work the belt to the driver's side of the motor. Time for the connector. Okay, we'll worry about plugging it in and putting the bolt in later. Okay, so now I'm gonna need both hands. I'm gonna have to put my hand over here and use my left hand to feed me the belt to put it around. Can I spin the pulley? I can't even get to it. I gotta put it around the primary water pump, so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I got this much belt left. I've got it routed down around my fan pulley, around the water pump. Now, this smooth pulley is the one that you're not going to want to put it on, so you can get your tool back in there to take the tension off. But I'm going to actually try to leave it on this pulley and just work with the two that I have right here, because it's going to be kind of tight. So okay, so now I'm going to work it around that one and the alternator and work it behind this plastic fan stator. I don't know if I can show you guys. You'll see what I'm talking about. See all those plastic webbings? I got to get it around that to get onto the pulley. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I've gotten it around the smooth pulley. I've gotten it around my alternator, my power steering. I went ahead and put the bolt in and have connected the connector. I did not tighten the bolt yet, but it's going to be kind of a tough one because I don't usually do it like this, but I'm going to have to use both hands and take the tension off the tensioner and work it around that pulley and this one. Probably going to do this one first because this one's going to be easier to slip it on. So alright, here we go. Alright, I got my tool right there on the tensioner. I'm going to take the tension off and I'm going to try to work the belt around. Wow, not a biggie at all. Still got the tension on. Okay, I'm released. Let's do a little overview of what we got. Okay, looks like I gotta make an adjustment on the water pump. No problem. Okay, so the adjustment that I have to make, I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, you kinda can. Let me see if I can zoom in. Maybe you can see it. Okay, there it is. You can see how off I'm off like 2 ribs. Where is it? There we go. I'm off like 2 ribs, 3 ribs on the primary water pump. What I'm going to do, since everything else is for the most part on the pulleys in the correct orientation, crank looks good, you can see the alternator looks good, power steering looks good. I'm going to put all this back on. I don't want to do it right now because I have the MAF disconnected. I'm going to put everything back on and I'm going to bump the engine over and just verify that the belt is going to be on in the correct spot. So, alright, assembling. Alright, we're back inside. Let's just bump the engine over. Okay, let's go check it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's my power steering pump way down there. Let's see if I can zoom in. You guys can check it out. Where are we at? There we go, right there. Power steering pump tight. So, wasn't too bad. I think any do-it-yourselfer could probably do it. Might want to get a long belt tool because if you use a 3/8 hand ratchet, it might fight you. So, alright, but tell me what you guys think about that in the comment section below. If anybody's had to tackle their belt on their 6.7 Power Stroke, drop me a like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next Friday.